Hey, how's it going? Dan Mayo here. This is RuMayoNation. Okay. How's it going? Time of recording, Monday the 22nd of September, 10:40 a.m. So not too diabolical for the gimmick. We've got two gimmicks though. You might see there's a gimmick on my face, but we've got a gimmick, goblet gimmick, doing big booty bitches. Big booty. Yeah, so I don't actually need to wear glasses. This is just a fashion choice. No, these are anti-blue light glasses. Pepsi bottle, Coca-Cola glass, TikTok scrolling, anti-blue glass.
Pepsi bottle, a Coca-Cola glass. I don't give a damn.
Apparently they're supposed to help you sleep. And they don't let in blue light. I don't know what the issue is with blue light, but apparently it's bad for sleep. Apparently it stops your body producing melatonin. One of them gives you a nice tan. One of them helps you sleep. I'm gonna go melatonin. Actually, that's what I'm gonna gamble on. But apparently, these things, when you're looking at the screen, which I do quite a lot, obviously working and editing my podcast and watching porn, and I'm just looking at my screens a lot. Blue light glasses, do they work? They probably are a gimmick. So, but do you know what? I don't feel like they can actually hurt. The evidence is mixed. Some studies found poor evidence to support the use of blue light blocking glasses. Other studies showing they do help. Essentially, yeah. Apparently, the light emitted from screens can affect your circadian rhythm, which is what kind of makes you wake up in the day and sleep at night. Which is why people that work night shifts and shit fucks them up. Like, it's chronically bad for you. Obviously, worse for you is to not have a job and not be able to afford to live. But yeah, working nights is really against what our evolution has kind of got us into a position of. If I put the word like melatonin, is that the one? Yeah, blue light glasses can help regulate melatonin, a hormone essential for sleep, by reducing the amount of blue light that reaches your brain in the evening. So apparently, you don't need to wear them in the day, but as they're quite fetching, and I look like I should be on some sort of register.
Are you fed up of looking like a regular, law-abiding citizen? Need to add a little bad boy to your style? A little bit of dangerous? Try rapist glasses. They make the everyday man look like a sexual predator.
I'm not going to wear them throughout. They'll probably be glaring off the mic. They'll probably be glaring off the camera anyway. But yeah, I'm giving them a go. Like, I've got these black frame ones, but I find them really off-putting. And as someone who's really easily distracted, I need them to be see-through, or Kellen glasses, as we used to call them. By the way, this T-shirt, we're going to speak into reality. I want this show to be so fucking silly goose, like where I get too silly that the goose has to go in prison, okay? Because last week's episode was a bit heavy. Feedback included from one mate being like, just checking out RuMayoNation, didn't realise I was listening to fucking Newsnight. And my mum, who listens, and I have to always get used to that as an idea, was like, a bit more heavy going this time. And I stand by, the fact that it had to happen. I'm going to take these off because we're going to go raw, baby, right? Because it's me and you. It had to happen. It was something that was on my mind a lot. Like I said, this show, we can have some laughter, some tears. But yeah, it got a bit silly in the back end, but it did start a bit serious, and that's why this show is going to be pure silly goose. But yeah, so this is what the show is going to be. I've already started talking. I forgot what I was saying, and that's fine. We're going to just get into the gimmick. Oh, that was it. I was watching Newsnight. And yeah, Mum said it's heavy going. I'm pretty sure it was something else before that, but what are you going to do? This is Boost Energy Juice 'D Juiced Mango and Tropical Blitz. We know it's going to taste good. Oh, what am I doing? Hey, we want to be silly. We don't want to be fucking crazy though. They're fucking gibbly habbity boo. The fucking free shavakadoo. The gimmick goblet is where once we must doth taste et al. Yeah, it was always going to taste bitty bitty. Can confirm, certified bitty bitty. Yeah, by the way, my brain is so word I can't say on here. We need a good substitute word for it. If we do it like charades. You're going in early. Okay, so I guess word. We're gonna do this for word. This is really great for the audio only podcast. three syllables. First syllable. Second syllable. Third syllable. Ed. First syllable. First half. Retarded. Now, obviously, you can't. I don't know. Do you know what? Can we bring that word back, please? Can we bring that word back, please? Because there are so many situations where that is just the word that is required, and it's a bit like gay. When we say retarded, we don't mean actual people. I remembered what we're talking about now, and it doesn't help my case. Sure, doesn't help my case, as we'll get to in a second. Kellen glasses. We're in, baby. We don't mean that. Like, it's gay. And I get it. Gay shouldn't be like used as a word that's like a negative, because there's nothing negative about being gay. Like, I understand all that stuff. Please don't shoot me in the throat, right? But, like, when we say, that's like, so I'm saying about myself, like, I'm so mishmarded. Like, I don't mean, like, to make light of people with, and do you know what? I think the word's been so, well, it hasn't been, like, medically, oh my god, wow, there was a video, I can't put it on here at all, but it was like a 1950s thing talking about like people with Down syndrome, and they keep referring to them as Mongolians. I'm like, no, that's a nationality, man. Like, one of the words was like, we have them down as having inferior intelligence. That's inaccurate. They're in fact imbeciles. So I reckon stick with just educationally inferior, to be honest. No, let's call it what it is. But like, yeah, so that was a crazy video. I know times have changed, but medically, like, I don't know how fire retardant gets away with it. How do they get away with it? Right? Although I guess if you're like, you're singed to a crisp on a sofa, I think you don't go in and go, oh god, that language is not appropriate in 2025. Do you see that label? It's just like a charred man sat there, or woman. Fire's not sexist. Good, and therefore we should be celebrating it.
They should be equal.
Women are equal.
I've always said that, so.
There's definitely not random stringy shit in this goblet, bruv. What is it? I think it's like the resin that's like gluing this bit into this bit. And I keep just getting bits of resin in my mouth. Ooh, probably. This gimmick goblet. Are you, pissed? This goblet Fork and spoon. Have you seen that video? Oh my, hamburger and a cheeseburger.
Load it up with your pico de gallo. Fook. Spawn and fook. What? Spawn and fork. Spook and fawn. It's a spook and a fork. Spawn and a fook. A spawn. What the fuck is this?
Yeah. Okay, this is going to be carnage, this one. I can feel it in my fingers. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you for why. Because I'm recording this later than I planned. I wanted to get this done early doors. I was going to go energy drink at 9 a.m, which I know is diabolical. But, oh, God. Like, but then, I just do some motherfucking shit. And just, like, so we're here, okay? We're going to get it done before people talk from preschool. We're supposed to go food shopping this morning. That's not going to happen. But, yeah. What? Oh... Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck I was talking about. Let's just leave it. It can't be that important. Absolutely ridiculous. So tempted to start this podcast again because how mental it's been. Right. We have the word that I was trying to justify using in 2025. Essentially, that's where we were at. My brain is that because, like, it remembers really stupid shit, but not what I was just talking about, for example. So, my mate is just starting university, like, as a mature student. Like, you're a mature... What age are you a mature student? Like, technically. Because they're always a bit weird, aren't they? Mature students. Now, I'm pretty sure she's, like, all in, like, a proper... like, going... I don't think she's, like, fully going unis into lifter and stuff because she has, 2 children and a life. So being defined as 21 years or older makes you a mature student. Though some sources may use 25 postgraduate stuff. I think 25 is more fair because I guess it's because most degrees are 3 years, right? But mine was 4, so in our 4th year, we were mature students, which was really at odds with our behaviour and decision-making. It came up the other day on a voice note. This guy called Spavins, who we went uni with, shout out Spav if you're watching this, he had like, we used to call him Fabrice or Heart Tears, because he had a dodgy heart. Remember that show on, that was it like CITV, where the kid had a pig's heart? I remember he was like swimming in a pool and got into some trouble. Doesn't matter, let's move on. But, what was that? No, come on. Oh, fuck me. Well, there's no risk of it getting too serious today. We can definitely clear that up. Was it just called Pig Heart? I think it was Pig Heart Boy. Fucking, yeah. Oh, and in the picture, he's swimming. Oh, that's what I mean. Right, I was going to have to get beeped, sure. But, like, that's beep again. How do I remember that? But I can't tell you my wallet is right now. Or the fact that my mate who's starting university, she was saying about Harvard referencing, and people were like stressing out about it. She was like, but they've given us a video that you can just refer back to if you can't work it out. I was like, yeah, or you could just like, there's a website you could put it on that we used to use. You just put the book in, the edition, the authors, then it will like format the Harvard reference for you. And then I walked the dog, and then when I see her reply, and I was listening to her reply, my brain went, it's called Neil's Toolbox. Like, why would it remember that? Why did it remember Pig Heart? But I can't remember what I was talking about like 10 minutes ago. But yeah, Pig Heart Boy. So Pig Heart Boy is a BAFTA-winning British television series, 1999, adapted from the novel by Mallory Blackman. Reference, get it or don't. About a 13-year-old boy named Cameron who desperately needs a heart transplant is offered a pig's heart to save his life. The 6-part episode series, broadcast on Children's BBC in December 1999, explores the themes of family, ethics, and what it means to be alive. Bit heavy going, wasn't it? Just for me to be watching it at, 8 years old? Banco. We're not going there. Ain't got the time. But yeah, Spavins, we called him Fabrice because Fabrice Mwamba. And it's really harsh. But again, we were mature students. So, you know, we knew what we were doing by then. He had like a dicky heart. I don't know what was actually wrong with it. But I think he had to have like a Jerry and the Pacemakers in there. And for some reason, his heart was giving a bit of jip at like pre-drinks. And then we thought what we'd do to help him is to smack a dinner tray across his back. That night... I don't even know where we got the dinner tray from. I was chatting to Masinov, the one who was like, I didn't realise I was listening to Newsnight. But I don't know where we got a dinner tray from. We were walking to Banker's Draft, I think it was. And then we just see it. It was like an industrial silver one. And I think I kind of thought, well, like, it's a bit like electric shock, isn't it? It's just get smacked across the shoulder blades of it. It's just whacked him with that. It caused a massive argument with someone called Fergus. And he got really annoyed because I said, I think I called him Danny from the script. Because he might have been wearing like a slightly like loose, rounded neck shirt. Not t-shirt. I don't even think Danny from the script is an insult. Imagine Fergus is watching this. He's like Lord Luke and he's disappeared. No one knows where he is. We have so many questions to ask of him and we want to see him again. So if you're watching this is an urgent appeal. Woolash. Get in touch. Oh my God. Again. Yeah, we're beeping it again. We were at university and we're in the, what's it called? The LRC, the Learning Resource Centre. Again, why did my brain remember that acronym? But can't remember his actual acronym. And he was just writing his name at the top of his assignment. And his name... was, and probably still is, but who knows, because again, we ain't seen him in ages, Fergus Walsh. Now, he was just typing away, Fergus Walsh. Now, Walsh, W-A-L-S-H. He just put the L in before the A. Just literally a moment of just double L, he went W-L-A-S, oh, backspace. We caught it, he got called Woolash for the next fucking year and a half. He got called Woolash. That was his name. He briefly put the L before the A while writing his name in an assignment, and boom, your name's Woolash. You do that, you Woolash.
You white, then you Ben Affleck.
Mature students, though. Fucking, it's like geriatric mothers, right? Because, like, my wife, who exists, was technically a geriatric mother, and it just feels a bit severe. Like, I pissed him for all that stuff for the kids. Like, that would be the modern day in 50 years' time. They were like, you know, some people believe these parents to be a little bit older than the norm. Actually, they're geriatric as fuck. Bitches, they are. Geriatric. Oh, I'm already thinking of phone shop as well. You don't do periatrics, do you? I specialised in periatrics. Wow, that's amazing. Specialised in what's it, the medical unit of fucking Nando's chicken. Anyway, geriatric parent. We're really just swinging it back, aren't we? Because last week was a bit serious, and the Goose is going inside. Yeah, age 35 and older are geriatric parents. So my wife loved that. But yeah, harmful connotation. The word geriatric is often associated with old age and frailty, which is considered harmful and inaccurate when describing the health and capabilities of older pregnant people. Increased inclusivity, the shift to advanced maternal age, reflects a more modern and inclusive approach to pregnancy, acknowledging that many women over 35 are healthy and have successful pregnancies. I guess it's kind of just a case of like, biologically, I'd say we age slower now. Probably, do we? Healthcare as it is and standards of living, despite being a bit shit and everyone's a bit skint and Jaffa cakes are a bit too fucking expensive, generally, it's alright, isn't it? So, yeah, she's going to uni, and I don't think she's doing the full, gonna try and, try to help with serious chronic heart conditions with slapping the back of the shoulder blades of an industrial dinner tray. I don't think she's going all in with uni. But yeah, my brain's like, yeah, that Harvard referencing tool that I've not actually accessed in 12 years. Yeah, I've got that. What do you need to know? What else do you need to know that's actually of no relevance to you now? Also, like, you could just make up authors. I don't know if you can do that anymore. I was saying this to my mate, actually, who's the one going to uni. I was like, you are going to uni in the age where there's AI, like ChatGPT. People are just writing assignments with it. I'm sure they've now got ways of covering that shit. But still, you could put a whole load of text into that and go, look, summarize this for a fucking idiot. And it will do that. Like, crazy. What I'd have given. Shay. But, like, I used to just make up. We used to reference each other. And it'd always be with, like, a little insult. Like, we're like, Templey and Hom 2010, whatever the fuck. I invented a German tennis coach once called like Tim Hasseldorf or some shit, who just happened to agree with my pedagogy when it comes to teaching the serve in tennis. So yeah, and do you know what, right, kids? If you're going to university, do you want to know a life hack, right? Paraphrasing will save your life. Paraphrasing is essentially doing what the modern day social media thing is, which is, so what you're essentially saying is then proceed to bastardize anything they've said and make it fit what you think they're saying to make your argument correct. So don't ever do direct quotes. Never fucking, and I quote, no, never. You could put like Mayo Bellond et al. 2008 said that it's seriously fucking Megan to be talking to your kid in a restaurant like you're auditioning for a fucking CBB slot, prime time. And it's like, you don't have to give me the exact quote. Just say that's roughly what it's getting at. Mayo Tosser et al. 2004 said it's a bit Megan to be celebrating the fact that a father of two small children has been murdered for his ideas. Right, we're not going there. Back to silly Goose time. My gird, by the way, a full fucking cheeseburger. Buggy lady got back in touch. Just saying, so do you want this or not? Still ain't sent me any kind of proof or evidence that the backboard isn't completely fucking decimated. So I was like, no, I'm good, thanks. Well, obviously. But here's the thing. Obviously, when you have a bit of a to and fro with anyone on Marketplace, or even when you're about to buy something, I don't know if it's just me, but I start to like use their profile to kind of decide whether I'd want to sort of enter into a business transaction with that person. Do you know what I mean? You kind of go, I should, this is why you should do it, because I didn't do it at that time. So I saw what I thought was like a good buggy, and I wanted to like strike while the iron was somewhat hot. And I didn't check the bio. Had I done that, I would have seen that immediately under her name in her bio was the date that her pug, quote, and I mean quote, not just paraphrase, went to heaven. Now, had I have seen that the first line of her bio is dedicated to her pug and the date that it went to heaven, I probably would have not sent that initial "is this still available" fucking message to even begin negotiating with someone like that, because I can only presume from that bio she's also got massive eyelashes on the lights of her car and a sticker somewhere that says "powered by fairy dust." And those people, you should never engage with anything that requires transaction of money, goods, services, because they have stickers on their car that say "powered by fairy dust." Okay? And as we've established in the past, that is Megan, and you should pay more in car insurance because you clearly make bad decisions. But yeah, that might be a bit, because this morning was just stress. They were obviously like in secondary school now, and one of them wore the other one's PE kit last week. Oh, I've gone to the brim there. Fucking hell, I am living wild. Good soup, Mrs. Q. Fuck me. And yeah, so one of them wore the other one's PE kit and then proceeded to get pasta sauce all over it. So then, because there's only one clean kit left, that was the, his, technically his, because he wore his brother's, Then he's like, no, well, we wear our own, and that's got my name in it, so I'll wear mine and you wear yours, which is like basically half bolognese at this point. Be at dinner in the car when they're with their dad, and you think if you're gonna feed your children while they're in the car, just bearing in mind that they're quite messy eating stationary, I reckon while eating something while in transit, I typically stay away from, your sort of sauce-based dishes, anything that's got quite a distinct colour to it. Do you want to go on the side of dry? Do you just as stain-proof, as stain-mitigated as possible? Tomato pasta ought to do it. Yeah, that'll do. So yeah, he's fucking his shorts look like he's just thrown up all over himself. And then they've tried to wash it. I was like, where are the shorts that are covered in sauce then? He's like, over there, just in this pile in the corner. That's me in the corner. And I was like, well, let me have a look then. And he was like, they're wet. I pick up, they were fucking ringing. I'm like, why are they wet? Oh, I tried running it under the tap. Yeah, but why? To clean the pasta sauce off. Yeah, but then they're going to be wet. So how are you going to then even wear them if they... Can I not choose a hairdryer to dry? No! They're ringing, bruv. Fucking hairdryer. We need a fucking wind turbine to dry this in time. Fuck me. So, yeah. Stop wearing each other's shit. Check the labels. Yeah, okay, yeah. They're about to leave for school. Bill's like to Ben, you wearing my blazer? Ben's like, it doesn't matter. It does matter! Because we're going to go and have some fucking ragu at school and coat that on a fucking blazer. Then the next day, well, I think we should actually stick to our own clothes. That's why they're labelled. Fuck me! But I come downstairs and I hear, am not, amn't. What the fuck's going on here? My daughter Libertine, Bill, was getting into like a conflict with her. Now I'm going to surprise you, and it might be a surprise. It wasn't Bill saying amn't, despite his tendency to say things that are really fucking stupid. And I was like, mate, hi. Can you not have this sort of conflict with your little sister? Because you're 12 and she is 3. And whenever I talk to, again, one of the players that I coach, his mum, who was in there with Libertine 2 days a week, and she says, oh, she does make me laugh. She was giving these boys a right fucking, telling off the other day, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's because the morning with the boys is her warm-up. That is like, when they're at the UFC and they're, doing that to the camera. All of that fucking shit. And they're backstage just sort of loosening up. The other fight's going on. Her hanging out with her 12-year-old brothers is basically just that. She's shaking her arms out. She's doing a few check hooks. And when she gets there, she's like, fucking what? I've just, taken on someone twice the size of you. You think you're going to scare me? You're not using my obstacle course, as she said. They're using my obstacle course and blocking my way. So she just went tearing up to 3 of them fucking that clip. You cunt, and you even bigger fucking cunt. I'll see you after the game, and you bring your fucking dinner, because you're going to fucking need it. Gonna have to find that clip now.
What did I say to you about good players? They want to be good players all the time. Don't you know how profound that is if you're not examining the fucking words? Because you've had 2 good performances and you think, I'm fucking Bertie Big Bollocks tonight. I'll fucking player I like. So you little cunt, when I tell you to do something, and you fucking big cunt, when I tell you to do something, do it. And if you come back at me, we'll have a fucking right sort out here. Alright? And you can pair up if you like. And you can fucking pick someone else to help you, and you can bring your fucking dinner. Because by the time I'm finished with you, you'll fucking need it.
But that was my daughter yesterday, or Friday, because some boys were blocking her from her obstacle course. Alright? And she amn't having that at the end of the day. You know? Fuck me as well. Oh, do you know what? Let's sum it up. Let me try and find this voice note. This is how my Friday was going. Let me find this voice note I sent to my mate Nick. Where is she? Where is she? Nick, or Auntie Spoons, as my daughter calls her. She hates it. She hates it, but I love it. She did call it Auntie Nick Nack for a little while, but then I found it quite funny because we were in Weatherspoons. We went once, me, Nick, and my daughter. I go well back with Nick, secondary school time. She's probably one of my best mates, actually, but don't let her hear me saying that. But then we were in Weatherspoons, me, my wife, and Libertine, and Libs was like, where's Auntie Nick Nack? So she presumes she just lives there, which I get, me, she's not wrong. So thus Auntie Spoons became a thing. And yeah, Nick absolutely hates it. It could be anything else. She's got a bit of a big nose, and that's fine. I don't ever take the piss out of her for anything. Just if you go for a French meeting, just be aware you're gonna have to be Neo from the fucking Matrix. But love you, and yeah, she's like She's like, she can call me anything. Auntie Concord. That'd be fine. What, you want Auntie Concord? Preferable to Auntie Spoons. So, yeah, but that is now cemented in. But I sent her a message because, like, so Nick's, like, my one that I go to because she's got 2 kids. And to get to, like, I do remember every now and then she is female, but I will happily voice note her while just, like, having a shit or whatever. And she does tell me to stop doing it, but I won't.
Nope.
But also, like, and like my wife knows this as well. Like, if I have a disagreement with my wife, I'll kind of like sound it out to Nick, and she'll give me it straight. Like, okay, I can see what you're saying here, but as someone with ovaries and stuff, you're also a colossal dickhead because this, and this. And do you ever think that actually your wife might be feeling? And I'll go, yeah, okay, fair enough, fine. But like, still, remember, I'll change your nickname with Libertine. Well, in that case, you're absolutely right. Your wife's a bitch. But I sent her this. We voice note just rants, and it's always like, no rush on this. Just needed to get it out because it's that or violence against a minor. But how'd you find your starred messages on this? Oh, I'm like an old man. I need to start lifting it further away and like doing this. Let me get my glasses on. Hang on. All right, how do I do this then? Get it down my nose a little bit. How do I look at my starred messages? Disappearing messages, chat theme, report, block. Oh, that'd be funny, wouldn't it? I remember I used to do that sometimes. I think it was Emily wants to be. I'll find out if it isn't, and then I'll be having to do voice notes to Nicola. She got really pissed off because I mistook her for an ex. I used to just block her, like she was doing my head in, like as a bit of a bit. It didn't help. How do I look at starred messages? Do you know what? Let's ask Bitterman. This is scatterbrain, but again, last week was a bit too serious, and I think I'm kind of like hungover from that, to be honest. Where is Bitterman? There's so much more to talk about as well. I got to watch sleep pods. I had a phone call that made me feel like I was briefly like a double agent for the Kremlin. My penis got compared to a pen. We'll get there. I hope Bitterman might listen to that. Hi, Bitterman.
Hey there, how's it going? What can I do for you today?
Yeah, going well, man. Going well. I just need to know how I look at my starred messages on WhatsApp.
Absolutely. On WhatsApp, you can check your starred messages by opening the chat and then tapping on the contact or group name at the top. From there, you'll see an option called starred messages. Just tap that and you'll find all of them in one place. Easy as that.
Janne Valai, save.
No worries at all. If you need any more tips or have any other questions, just let me know.
Just really quickly, because I think I just spoke Turkish to you then. Does Janne mean anything in Turkish?
Yeah, in Turkish, yani is actually a very common filler word, kind of like or in English, is used to clarify or emphasize something, and it's pretty widely used in everyday conversation.
And what about Valai?
So valet isn't really a common word in Turkish. It might be a regional or dialectal term, or maybe it's just a variation of something else, but it's not a standard Turkish word that you'd come across regularly.
I think it means like in it or is it, or just sort of like, yeah, I think it's a bit of a slang term.
Got it. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. Sometimes slang terms can vary a lot by region or context, so that could definitely be the case here. Thanks for clarifying that.
I know you can't probably like say or agree to swear words, but does shiktarol mean anything?
Yeah, so shiktarol is actually a phrase in Turkish that can be a bit playful or sarcastic. It kind of means something along the lines of so what or big deal. It's not necessarily a swear word, but it can have a bit of a cheeky or dismissive tone depending on how it's used.
What about yurak kafale?
So yurak kafale literally translates to something like split-headed or split-minded, and it's often used as a slang term to describe someone who's a bit scatterbrained or confused. It's definitely got a bit of a playful or teasing tone to it.
So you probably described me as yurak kafale.
Well, I'd say you've got a wonderfully curious and dynamic mind, so I think it's more of a compliment than anything else.
Case in point, I was asking you how to look at the starred messages on WhatsApp, and all of a sudden I'm doing like Turkish language checks with you. So that's quite yurak kafale, if there is anything that is yurak kafale.
Totally fair point. I think that kind of curiosity and jumping from one thing to another definitely keeps things interesting and fun. It's all part of the adventure, right?
I'm also recording my podcast, so if you want to say hello to my listeners.
Absolutely. hey to all the listeners out there. I hope you're all having a great time and are excited to be part of the conversation. Thanks for tuning in.
Right, nice and Bitterman. Catch you in a bit.
Sounds good. Take care, and I'll catch you later. Have a great one.
So we've learned a lot about ourselves today, but more importantly, how to look at your starred messages on WhatsApp. Starred messages, there we go. There are 3, and this is the one, 17th of the 9th, 2025. It's 6 seconds long. Here we go.
And just to finish that voice note, Libertine's like, it's stuck. Go in there. She's got a trainer stuck to her fucking head. I mean, like, honestly.
Three, respect. So there'd been like a long voice note where I'm just ranting about like, and then at the end of that, you even hear at the end of the back end of the voice note, I might be able to get it. Is it time stamped? It was, wasn't it? Because you might be able to hear just at the end. Can I sort of have it showed? So that's the 17th of the 9th. You might hear it just at the end of the voice note. You'll hear which is the noise I was talking about, where I then walked in to discover that she had, got her trainer stuck to her head. And that's not, her trainer stuck to her head. So, sort of things, okay, so if I just...
Oh, mate, honestly. Oh, mate, honestly. I don't know if I said this in the voice notes, but, like, the boys' room, shit, again, that's
yeah,
fine.
so do you mean like ranty?
Oh, what's that lower down? Another sandwich. I'm like, oh, that. But fuck me, mate, honestly. Again, all the shit I've had to go out and had to do today, sort of the fucking stud situation, all that, it's like, do me a solid, boys. You know? Just cover your most basic fucking shit. Taylor's all this time. I'm putting a lot of work here. I can easily just put half the fucking effort in if you're going to half-ass everything you do. Because I feel like I'm getting mugged off a little bit here and it's going to wind me up. Amen.
You might have just caught it. At the background, and that was her getting a trainer stuck to her head. The Velcro stuck to her own fucking head. So, that was a whole upheaval. I had to start these studs for Bill because he had a school game on Thursday, but all of his studs had fallen out of his boots. Obviously, we got him studded boots because they're the ones he wanted. And it was, hey, mate, but you do have to keep on top of the studs. Won't you tighten them pre-training, post-training, pre-game, post-game? Yeah, definitely. We'll do that. Definitely. Did he fucking buzz? So, obviously, he had like none. Basically, his boots studs to no stud ratio was that of which you'd find for someone with their teeth to no teeth ratio on fucking Jeremy Kyle. So... thing is, because he has Adidas boots, they're a very particular set of studs which are different to every other fucking boot provider apparently, because of fucking course they are. So I had to take his boot to Sports Direct and be like, hiya, I'm there like fucking the Prince and Cinderella trying to find the perfect boot. I find these little Sonderco studs and they seem to have the same little lip that the Adidas ones have. So I was like, okay, well, I don't want to open this whole blister pack, but I flagged someone down. I'm like, so I'm looking for these studs on any boot across this wall. So we're there fucking like, we're on some kids' TV show. Find the right ones. I'm trying to like see if they fit in. Obviously, they don't fit great because it's all mud packed into the fucking holes that the stud had obviously like been out for weeks and therefore mud's getting packed in. They fit-ish. We've got 24 hours. I ain't got the time to order them or whatever else the fuck. So I clean it all out. I fucking tighten it all up. And I'm like, right, cool. Okay, they're going to have to fucking do as is. They're not coming out again. We can never resell these boots. Like I said to the girl, like by the time we'd need to like replace his studs, he would need new boots because he'd have outgrown them anyway. So I sort all that out on the day itself. I'm upstairs sort of sorting some shit out. I noticed their shin pads. They've not taken them to school, so I'm getting them to their school. All of that. And it's like, do you know what you could do in return? Not put whole sandwiches from your lunch in your waste paper bin in your bedroom, because you can't store food in a bin in your fucking bedroom because it will become a biohazard because you never empty that fucking bin, right? So also, how about you just eat your lunch? We had this in their last school. Oh, don't really have the time. Oh, but conveniently you do find the time for your chocolate and crisps. Oh, fuck me. Oh, that nearly kicked off as well because they tried spinning it. Oh, it's just that we're like a bit bored of the sandwiches we have. Is it about that, or do you just want to eat your chocolate and crisps and then play football? But then I was out training, and then my wife basically made this pre-agreement with them, some sort of like a la carte fucking menu set up. So, yeah. So I was like, can you eat your lunch? Just eat it. Like, and certainly if you're not going to eat it, then throw it in a bin that's not the one that's going to fester in your bedroom for 2 to 3 months. Because even after the end of the summer holidays, it was either this year or last. Fuck me, I need to put like a full like Monsters Inc., you know, in the socks on Geezer's back, like big pincers to like nail it down. This sandwich was fucking green in a box. It's green in a box.
It's my dick in a box.
But yeah, But you do all that, and by the way, bone of contention as well. So I did all that for their game on Thursday. They played a game on Thursday, so I popped them a message. I'm like, all right, lads, how did your game go? It was their first school game. How did you go? You know, did you score? Did you win? No reply. A day or two later, I put a gif in of fucking matey boy. Alrighty then. Then they replied, yeah, good. I'm like, okay, cool, nice one. We then have a game on Sunday, our team, and they're going back to their dads after that one. Yeah, it's a longer weekend. So I messaged them at the way back. Unlucky today, lads. It was a poor result, but you know, good free kicks. They scored a free kick each. And we just sort of broke down the game a little bit. Bill missed a penalty, so I was giving it like, you know, the best players in the world miss penalties, mate. I will say, while it was all getting on top of it, I did stop you, mate. Calm down, hit it well, hit the target. The goal is fucking massive. We've gone up to 11 aside this year. The goal is huge, and the keeper isn't. So I was like, just hit the target. And he's tried to smash the fucking granny off it and ballooned it over the bar. And he was like, oh, they were just all getting in my head though. I'm like, yeah, that's going to happen. But no reply. So when I got back, it was like, boys, let's do a bit of role play. I went like full, like, you know, assembly where it's like, I'll put your arms in these tubes. Try and feed yourself. Now try feed each other. See, it's about cooperation. So I'm like, I'm going to walk past you. I'd like you to say, hi, Dan, as I walk past you. So we set the scene, and so I'm walking along, singing a song in a Burkamp Wonderland. And then they go, hi, Dan. And I just look at them, look on, and walk on. And they're like, I was like, so you'd probably consider that quite rude, wouldn't you? And they're like, yeah. So when we message you, like, hi, lads, how did the game go today? Hi, lads, everything all right? And we see you've read it, because at first you went to go, oh, yeah, my phone was dead. Hey, mate, have you heard of blue ticks? I know you've read it. So you reading it is like looking at us, and you not replying to it is like walking on, completely ignoring us. Now, you might not feel that, and probably because they're in so many WhatsApp groups, they're used to just not having to reply. But when we're messaging you direct, reply. Especially when we're the ones paying for you to have the means to communicate with a phone, reply. Because if you don't reply to messages, you might as well not have a phone. And it would save us a few fucking quid as well. Okay? So, yeah, obviously. And then my daughter's got a shoe stuck to her fucking head. She managed to Velcro it in. Looked like fucking Amy Winehouse when I took it out. But yeah, fuck me. It's just been one of them. We've started playing a new game, though. We'll get into that next week because it could be potential spoilers because I want to surprise my neighbour with the fact that actually I managed to talk my wife into playing this game. Baldur's Gate 3. I mean, to be fair, it'll come out Friday. I know when we record up. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3. It's like Dungeons and Dragons, but digital, and there's no weird guy with a big beard and a cloak, and you can just stop playing whenever you want, basically. And it's good, but fuck me, we're not good at it. It's a good game. It feels like we are ill-equipped to deal with quite as much as what is going on. The character, do you know what? I had her hooked, though, because I was trying to say to her, it's different than other games because it's turn-based. So, like, when there's combat, it's not going to be like, oh, fuck, what do I press? Like, you can take your time. It's very narrative-driven. It's won BAFTAs, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, yeah, well, I don't know. I'm just not into it. I was like, okay, I get it, but please just give it a try. There was a trial. You can play it for 2 hours for free. But I know that includes the character creation part, and I know that I'm going to take about 9 million light years to make my character, and I know deep down, once my wife starts doing it, she's going to want it to look just so, and right I was. We did that. She made the characters. We're in the game. We did a little bit of the intro thing, and then she turned to me, and it was full fucking SpongeBob. You like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward?
You like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward?
Like, she went, so when this 2-hour timer expires, we're going to have to do all that again? And I was like, yeah, you would do, yeah. And there was a moment of her being like, ugh. I was like, but you ain't got to worry about that because I already bought it earlier. Like, I just bought the game outright, and there was a moment, and she was just like, you could see, she went, good. Yes! Woohoo! Yeah, so we're going to start playing that now, which is cool. She's half elf. She's half human, half Vulcan.
Mr. Spock is half Vulcan, half human.
She's half elf, I think. I've just gone human.
I'm only human!
Because I'm keep it simple. So I'm just a human. I'm a rogue. I'm an urchin. I had an impoverished upbringing, so I know how to get the most out of the least, and sort of swagger and swing my way through things, gifted a gab, all of that kind of stuff. She just keeps fucking trying to go, should I just attack it? No, you shouldn't. I think at the beginning, and also just got fucking slung in prison yesterday. I don't know what the fuck happened. We found these druids, and they're trying to like sacrifice this little goblin thing, and it's all very dramatic, and I'm just trying to like, right, okay, Nothing stupid here. Keep it tight at the back. We're just going to walk in, hear what people have to say. You know, stats-wise, we're not the strongest. Understanding of the game, we're even less strong. And, like, that's nothing stupid. All of a sudden, she's trying to talk her way out of fucking problems because she stole something.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I think she just kept steaming ahead and pressing buttons. I'm like, just stop it. Stop getting Bond wrong. Like... Should I just try and then but I took it, and then it's like you can like apologise, try and like bribe them or attack. Should I just attack them? No, you shouldn't just attack them. Why did you? I don't know why I stole it. She just accepted the shit and just went to prison. Then she's just in prison. Then I'm walking around like, well, how do I get you out of prison? She's like, oh, I don't fucking know. Luckily, because I'm a bit like, you know, I've got my scally ways, I managed to like lockpick her out of the prison. But it's like I've got basically what I've done is I unwind in the evening from having to deal with children getting trainers stuck in their hair and fucking dipping their fucking clothes in pasta sauce and trying to go to school with it. I go from marshalling and shepherding fuckwits to then playing a game with someone who is basically a gaming child. What am I doing? What am I doing? It's a good question. I don't know. Will I carry on? Yeah, because it is actually quite funny, but put it down. No, don't take that. That's not yours. Like, she's a geriatric parent. Come on. I know this podcast is going to be an absolute fucking shit show by the end. Just carnage. Oh, by the way, I haven't got time. I don't know. I saw this video, and it's about these sleeping pods in Piccadilly in central London. It's like a Japanese thing where you basically just sort of packed in like dog cages essentially, but you get like a slip of room. It's just got enough for a bed, a little shelf above your head. It's air conditioned. It's 20 quid a night. And this guy's doing it. It's actually quite good, to be fair. I fucking love that shit because you know what? If I say one thing about hotels, maybe it's a guy thing. The hotel is just somewhere to put your head down. It's just somewhere to get your head down at the end of what you're doing. So you don't need all the fucking floor space. Like, I loved it. I looked at it. I was like, do you know what? Fucking never mind a night or two there. I'd live there. Maybe that's where it's like a reflection of the fact, like I just said, my whole day is just dealing with other people. And if the room's that small, you can't have other people in there. Do you know what I mean? It's like being cryogenically frozen without all the coldness. But, like, I think it's fucking great. Like, central London, stay there for 20 quid. I wouldn't fuck with all the communal showers and all that sort of shit. If you're only going for one night, fuck it, you lump it. Do you know what I mean? But I think it's fucking quality. I really want to stay there just for, like, something to do. But I'm genuinely thinking...
And you're sitting there thinking...
If doable, when we ever have a London thing, getting back on the train that stops Aspley, Berkhamsted, Cheddington, fucking Newcastle upon Tyne, Glasgow, Prague, fucking everywhere. 20 quid? Stay there. Happy days, wake up the next morning, feeling fine. Get on a train that doesn't stop. Fucking Mordor. The set of the Truman Show. I want to fucking stay there. It looks great. I didn't know if I had time to get into that. It's quite simple. Really small hotel rooms. I want to stay in one. God. Lucky we had time. That was a lot to get in. We ain't got too much. There was a story about the guy who used to be on Coronation Street who also, remember in Big Brother when, what was she called? The one who accused him of hitting her, but he didn't actually hit her. And it was one of the worst things ever, to be honest. Big Brother Hitgate. What was she called? Roxanne Pallett. Do you remember she said that Ryan Thomas hit her? They're sort of having a moment where it's just like I love being backstage. And then she was like, he just hit me, and it just snowballed, and it's almost as if like she forgot for a moment there are cameras covering every inch of what is essentially a fucking set. Yeah, we won't have time. Ryan Thomas essentially fucking took in a pigeon thinking it's his dad. Like, as in not thinking it's his dad. Like, where have you been? I've had a lot of changes, son. I really feel myself. It's the first time it's ever been the case, but I'm really at one with who I am now. Now, have you got some fucking crackers that I can sit and peck at? Tell you what, would love a big mirror. Got a big mirror? Oh, I'd love one of them. Just if you can get that broom and just sort of balance it between the bed and the middle drawer of your chest of drawers, just front of the dresser where the mirror is. I'll perch on that. I'll be happy as fucking Larry. I am feeling a bit lonely though, son. So if you can maybe get a rock and just put another bird feather on it so I've got some company. Fuck me. What is life? What am I talking about? Let's get into the fact that my penis was compared to a pen. Okay. So, I didn't even get to Kellen glasses. What's wrong with me? I've got these black frame ones, but like, I find them really off-putting, and as someone who's really easily distracted, I need them to be see-through, or Kellen glasses as we used to call them. By the way, basically, my mum used to have a boyfriend called David, And he used to eat burgers weird as well. This is a side note, obviously. This whole podcast, that might be the name of this podcast. Maybe Yarakafali, this is a side note. He used to eat burgers weird. And me and my brother used to like always take the piss out of him for it. Like, he'd go... Like, for some reason, he'd be like fucking Iniesta for Barcelona in the new camp every time he'd have a bite of his whopper. Whopper! Very dos bien. Very dos whopper.
Došao sam da te ubijem. Eto dotle, opa.
Fucking right. Just scanning. Fucking Busquets. The Burger King Busquets could be the name of the podcast quite easily as well. But anyway, he had a son called Kellen who used to just have like proper prescription like plastic bottle glasses. They look like goggles. And like, yeah, don't know, just used to call them then Kellen glasses from then on. And that's what these reminded me of. And I've just realised that is why I felt that natural kind of draw to them. It's weird to think that like, we could have potentially been related eventually, but it just the relationship didn't work out for one reason or another. I'm pretty sure that he cheated on her, the c***s. So, yeah, David, if you're listening, you weird burger eating bellend, fuck you, F-U-C-K, have that word. Yeah, no, to be honest, I'm over it. So is my mum probably. I hope anyway. Otherwise, hi mum who does listen. Yeah. Oh, he was a fucking bellend. He did her a favour. Jesus Christ. I remember he sent me to my room, but it was in his house. I ain't got one of them. And obviously, where I wasn't that much of a pedant as a child, they didn't point that out. Well, I definitely didn't do any damage to the walls in his room. Can't fucking prove it. All right. So again, he's scanning your fucking burger. That weren't me. That hole in the wall was there when I got in there, in quote my room. Yeah, what a twat. What a knobhead. I think he's actually quite successful, annoyingly. I think he did this like, so the taxis where I grew up had this system, Route Master. And I think he was like the man who like invented that. And I think he owns a few taxi ranks now and all that. So he's done all right for himself. I think he's quite the mogul, but I bet he still eats a burger like a fucking dick. That was years ago as well. How can I remember Kellen? And more specifically, how can I remember his glasses? Again, see, beeped out word.
Don't keep saying it, but...
Yeah, so anyway, my penis getting compared to a pen. I was just doing some male grooming. Okay, again, my mum listens to this, but she chooses to. I call it laminating myself because like you just get all, and then you can just whoosh, like ninja poos on tap, right? And you also get. Do you remember this? This is bare in my soul. This could be the bit that gets us put in. Did you ever get like? I used to call it bubble bum. Did you ever get bubble bum? And like you only really got it as a kid because you didn't have hair in your bum cheeks. Again, as a guy, I don't know how the girls were. I've not seen one, but like. You used to get like bubble bum where you'd kind of like be able to rock and you'd feel like a bubble going like up and down your bum, like in your bum crease, your butty crease. I don't know if that was just me, but like, I used to like love it in assembly because on a hard floor you used to get bubble bum and just be like whoop whoop whoop. If you like, it was precarious because if you went too far back, the bubble would kind of go up your gooch and then pop on your ball bag. Like, again, I don't know, like again, fucking hell, man, fucking hell. What am I talking about? But like. You can run it back. You just got to laminate yourself. So you get the ninja poos on tap. But the little bonus, the little kicker, you get a bubble bum back again. I don't know what it is. I don't ever want to know either. But I used to just sit there in assembly being like, yes! Fucking just sat there just like rocking this. So if you ever taught me, circa, I guess, whenever fucking Pig Heart Boy came out and I was like rocking, looking like I'm fucking like having Vietnam flashbacks. Actually, I was having a lovely time with me bubble bum. Thanks, leave me alone. But yeah, so I was like, just sort of, general grooming, getting it together. And then I needed to shower after the fact. And my daughter was like, oh, I need a wee. So, okay, cool. Like, she's at an age where, naked around us, whatever. But I'm just sort of sorting out my bits and bobs before I go in the shower. My daughter's thing, the wee's turned into needing a poo. Now it's the petal on. Fuck me. Beep. Like, I've done my drink as well. Fucking feeling it. Far Cry from last week. Again, imagine that. If someone put someone on my podcast, which one would you recommend to go for first? Probably this one, isn't it? Because it's most like what the others are. But then I'm obviously naked because I'm about to get in the shower. And then Libertine goes, I like your pee-pee, daddy. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, thanks, thank you. Like, you don't want to make a big deal of it, do you know what I mean? Like, because you shouldn't have any kind of, well, it's Adam and Eve, isn't it? You don't bring that kind of self-consciousness into their life. Oh, well, thank you. And then she was like, it's really nice. I was like, okay, yep, cool, cheers. Yep. She's like, it's so big, and it's like, okay, just get my voice. Can you just like, no, she was like, it's very big. And I was like, okay, yeah, thank you, cheers. And then she's like, it looks like a pen. And I'm like, okay, now I should stress at this point, we have these massive, like, comically sized jumbo marker pens that we use. I'm like, yeah, I guess so. But I've actually, oh fuck, do you know what? I've just realised what pen it is that she means, and it's not to scale before you start. So fuck off. Do you know what? I've got to give her this, and again, can't stress enough, not to scale. All right, don't make me post it. Where's the? I get it. I do get it. No, it's downwards as well. All right, before fucking social services get in touch. I do see what she's saying. Again, not to scale, but yeah, it looks like a pen. I'm like, okay, like delete voice recording. Yeah, that's not gonna go on the Tinder bio, is it? But yeah, fuck me. Obviously, just complete innocence. It's so funny. Like the shit she comes out with. She keeps slapping her belly and doing the Sean Paul thing. I was getting her ready for preschool, and her top, like, I was just putting it on, and then it was kind of stuck there, and she started going, Skilacci, baby girl, oh my god.
Gallen Skilacci, Thunderball, something give it to, Point me 1140, naughty, shorty, baby girl, something give it to. Well, you wonder where the dark, all I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature, sent to you from the store. Go live, gotta get the right ticket to turn you on.
Fucking is so funny. And I realised she's just turning into like a mini me, which is why she's sort of like, quite fiery, some real justice sensitivity, but overall, an absolute beep. In the best way. Again, let's claim that word back. They're not using it anyway. They shouldn't be using it because it's a really horrible word if you mean it in that context. If you don't, it's a great word. It's a great word. I was going to read this Stone Cold poster, but we won't have time. Because, do you know what I was worried about? There wouldn't be enough silly things. So I queued up. Remember, and we won't get to bestiality or the blatant prostitute business card that is still in the back of my phone. And one of my listeners, Stefan, I said I'd shout you out, actually. I see him at Brad chucked an actual surprise party that the person didn't know about. He actually pulled it off. He did the unthinkable. He had to use another ploy, though. He proposed to her, and obviously there comes a time in any relationship where the guy doesn't know what to buy the girl, and it's at that point that they propose, right? So if you've ever been proposed to and you go, oh, I love it, he didn't know what to buy you, okay? He gave her a baby last year. He's given her a ring this. Next, he's fucked, and I can't wait for that time. So I think if there was any kind of skittishness or unease or restlessness that day from Brad, she's probably like, because he was nervous about the proposal. It's so sweet as well. I was really nervous, and he doesn't get fucking nervous about anything. But I was like, she's probably going to say yes, mate. You live together, you have a baby together. Be a bit awkward. He's like, I'd rather we didn't make this legal. Do you know what I mean? But that would have kind of covered the whole, that's why he's acting a bit weird and this, that, and the other. He managed to pull it off, an actual surprise party. But yeah, I saw Stefan there. Shout out, mate. Hope you're good. Yeah, he checks out the pod. And I showed him. I was like, the card is real. I showed him it. He agrees for sure. He knew a bit too quick, actually. He's like, oh, yeah, that's a prostitute. I mean, yeah, look, probably. Could be, possibly. Yeah, I wouldn't know. Don't know what one looks like, to be honest. But yeah, bestiality we won't get to either. But remember that Stone Cold thing where he did a Q&A when he said there ain't no chicks that can act worth a spit. But I worried there wouldn't be enough silliness, so I queued that up. But we've had plenty, so there's no need. So what I'll do instead is I'll get into... I didn't even give you my double agent call either. That'll be next week. Someone phoned me up and was like, is this Daniel Black? And I'm like, no. And it got very weird because there were some details that were accurate, but it's almost like they didn't believe me either. That I weren't Daniel Black, because some of the other info did check out and they phoned my number. So yeah, weird. We'll get to that next week. We won't, but I intend to. Right, let's get into the memories.
Fucking raw!
Where I go into my Facebook memories and I judge myself accordingly. That's fucking very funny. So let's just save that straight away. Screen grab. Stupid, but that is a bit of me, that humour. My daughter's hair looks crazy there. I can't post it. Maybe I could because she's so diddy. She doesn't look like that anymore. So yeah, let's. Do you know what? Let's. She's so fucking cute there. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. What's that? Look at her.
Look at her.
I had a gig at Harbour Theatre 7 years ago. 5 years ago, day drinking saves lives. I've changed my mind on that. It's actually rubbish. I day drunk at that party and then I come back and I just felt a bit shit. Like, because the buzz wears off, but then it's like 6:30 and it's like, where I just got quite pissed. I didn't even intend on doing it, but like I got quite pissed. So I couldn't really like focus on anything. We tried watching Freaks and Geeks. Like, it's just sort of it's this show. I can't be asked. But like, what I do at the minute, well, I've always done it, but I listen to a podcast to get to sleep. So the Ricky Gervais XFM one. And what I used to do is put an earbud in, one earphone in wired. And then what I do is, because I'm like a rotisserie chicken in bed, I just rotate. I slowly like garrot myself. So what I found is I couldn't find my headphones. I was like, if I just put it on like low volume, then like put the speakers under the pillow, the sound like permeates into the pillow. So my wife can't hear it over her snoring, if nothing else. And like then I can hear it across the pillow. I don't have the whole garrot issue, which is always a plus. But like that night, I put it on well fucking loud because I couldn't hear it. Again, stupid. And then I put it under my pillow with the speaker the wrong side. Obviously sparked out straight away. My wife's like, fucking, she's got like Ricky Gervais, because the people on YouTube, his laugh is so abrasive. They've like leveled off the audio, but even then his laugh is like through the fucking roof. So yeah, I just put it on too loud, put it the wrong way around in my pillow. I'm there like, and while she's listening to Monkey News on like full volume. But yeah, day drinking saves lives. I do get it, but equally, nah. 8 years ago, the Teletubbies have kids now. Anyone with a decent grasp on secondary and tertiary colours fancy working out who was fucking who in that weird old hill house full of tubby toast. It's a good point. Does anybody know who's sleeping with who?
Does anybody know who's sleeping with who?
That is, again, so beep. 9 years ago, got given visitor badge 007 today. Thought it was brilliantly fitting for my job. Supply teacher 007. Spoken, not heard. Good joke! Good joke! It's clean. My nan 9 years ago told you it has all been said before. What? No idea. Did some Cribs lyrics. Oh my god, you're deep. Bill Hicks quote. My god, you're deep. Oh, hanging out with fucking matey boy. Can't think of his fucking name now. Scroobius Pip. You know, just the rock and roll life, man. Do you know what I mean? Just the rock and roll life. Don't worry about it.
Whatever.
11 years ago today, am I famous yet? No, and don't worry, in 11 years' time, you still fucking won't be. 13 years ago, were Birmingham to win, I got 555. 555. For God's sake, just give me the goddamn number.
905. Wait a minute, that's my old number. That is so weird how your mind just goes blank.
For God's sake, just give me the damn number!
Off £1, really good. Oh well, take the 70 instead. Chins. I've got a picture of an inflatable sex doll that is, for some reason, I've got him. Get your hands off his penis. I've got him by the penis, people. Having a great time. God, don't keep saying it. Experiment. We'll put it, don't take it unless you've got a. Where 15 years ago watched Devil at the cinema. That's quite a good film, I'd recommend checking that out. If anyone takes any of my advice on board, then fuck me. You've got problems far deeper than anything I can sort or fix. 15 years ago has passed his first year of uni. It's only the 22nd of September. Done with plenty of time to spare. That's when I had to resit my gymnastics, and the guy passed me because he quote, and I mean this quote, not just a paraphrase, didn't want to have to watch me do it again. 16 years ago today, I had a partner Herbert Chapman for the Arsenal. 17 years ago today, angry. 17 years later, yeah, probably will be still as well. See voice notes. But yeah, there we go. That's basically it. Fuck me. I said it was going to be a bit more scatterbrain, a little bit more Yurak Kafali, and it probably was. Silly Goose goes to jail now. We're all done. Like, share, subscribe. Fuck, I know. Okay, I know. I think it was a bit weird. Yeah, it was. But maybe we had a good time. I don't know. Either way, I appreciate you all. Balance has been restored. We can definitely say that. Balance has been restored. Cool. I'm going to go pick my daughter up from preschool. How did doing the food shop go? Yeah, well, cheers. Thanks for asking. Fuck me. Anyway. Safe. Peace. Valai. Yane. Cool. Shut up then.
he? Dutch girls must be punished for having big boobs. Now, you do not punish someone, Dutch or otherwise, for having big boobs.
If anything, they should be rewarded.
They should be equal.
Women are equal.
I've always said that, so...